Okay. The U.S. should adopt a constitutional amendment to prevent abortion. A woman's decision of whether or not to have an abortion or medical termination of pregnancy is a very personal, private matter. But in society today, it's a very political issue as well, because of recent laws and issues regarding its legality. Abortion issues and legal legislation have challenged society for decades now because of the difference of opinion regarding individual rights. Some people believe that the woman carrying the child deserves the ultimate decision, while others argue that a fetus is a life that cannot be taken. There wasn't serious opposition to the belief of unborn children until the mid-20th century, when horrifying practices such as partial birth abortions became popular. Abortion is never an easy decision, but women have been making that choice for thousands of years. Whenever society has sought to outlaw abortions, it has only driven them in the back alleys where they become dangerous, expensive, and humiliating. Abortion should be made illegal because it's immoral in many ways. It also infringes on someone else's life. The baby isn't capable of telling you to save them or kill them. Some abortion procedures are partial birth abortion, which is generally used at 20 weeks, 4.5 months in pregnancy. The procedure requires the physician to extract the fetus feet first from the womb and through the birth canal until the head is exposed. The tips of surgical scissors are then stuck into the base of the fetus's skull, and the suction device is placed through the opening and the brain is removed, which causes its head to collapse and delivery cannot be completed. The second type is suction type abortion. This is where the unborn child is literally vacuumed from the mother's womb during early stages of pregnancy. The curette type abortion is where the child is kept from the mother's womb with a spoon-like object. A fourth type is similar to cesarean operation. The baby is surgically removed from the mother and allowed to suffocate because the lungs aren't developed. The fifth type of abortion is salt brine technique. With this method, the unborn child is literally pickled to death by the injection of a strong salt saline. A few days after the injection, the child is stillborn. There is a sixth type, which is the abortion pill, also known as Mifeprex, Mifepristone, and RU486, or medical abortion is an early option, and RU486 is like an early option to bring her on her period. Some current state laws are 15 states have unconstitutional and unenforceable near total criminal bans on abortion. 2 of these bans were enforced after Roe v. Wade. 4 states have laws that would impose near total criminal bans on abortion if the Supreme Court overturns Roe v. Wade, sometimes known as trigger bans. 2008 current legislation. 12 states considered 22 near total bans on abortion. 2 states considered 2 measures that would impose near total criminal bans on abortion if the Supreme Court overturns Roe v. Wade, and those are also sometimes known as trigger bans. Some statistics. Prior to the Roe v. Wade Supreme Court decision of 1973, about 500,000 illegal abortions were occurring per year. By 1975, over 1 million babies were being aborted in the United States. Today, nearly 1,500,000 abortions occur each year. That's over 4,000 per day, and nearly 3 million, not 3 million, nearly 3 per minute. 93% of the abortions in America are for convenience. The mother's health is an issue only 3% of the time, and the baby's health is an issue also only 3% of the time. Rape or incest are issues only 1% of the time. 93% of all abortions in America are performed just because someone doesn't want a child. 34% of women become pregnant at least once before age 20. Of those women, only 45% terminate their pregnancies. To prohibit abortions vastly decreases them. Abortions are absolutely necessary in only 2 cases: the mother's health or the baby's health. Women don't feel that abortion is absolutely necessary. Women feel selfishly inconvenienced by pregnancy. To repeat, because abortion was made illegal in the U.S., about 1.5 million babies are murdered every year in the U.S. by abortion. Every baby of the aborted 1.5 million dies. Cold-blooded murder is criminal and should be treated as murder. On January 22, 1993, the Supreme Court voted 7-2 to uphold McCorvey's lawsuit. The ruling, known as Roe v. Wade, essentially dismantled Texas abortion laws with similar laws across the U.S. These laws, the U.S. Supreme Court said, were unconstitutional because they violated a person's absolute right to privacy. Abortion remains legal in the U.S. today, thanks to the landmark 1973 Supreme Court ruling known as Roe v. Wade, which upheld a woman's right to choose when and under what circumstances she decided to have a pregnancy aborted. Since the Roe v. Wade decision by the United States Supreme Court in January 1973, abortion has been made legal in all 50 states during all 9 months of pregnancy. Some religious aspects on abortion. God created man to be the highest form of life on earth. Genesis 1:26-28. Human life is very precious to God. In fact, it's so precious that God himself instituted the death penalty for anyone that takes the life of another. Exodus 21:12 and Numbers 35. God places great value in human life. However, abortion promotes the message that life is not so valuable and that man can do as he pleases along with it. How long will it be before our nation decides that killing of elderly people and sick people is justifiable? Well, I stop there. How long will it be before it becomes lawful to kill Bible believers who refuse to conform to the world system? It won't be as long as you may think. Revelation 13:16-18 and Revelation 24. Abortion devalues human life and it pushes our nation a step closer to that wicked day when it becomes lawful to murder innocent people. So again, abortion should be made illegal because it is immoral in many ways. It infringes on someone else's life, and again, the baby isn't capable of telling you what to do or what not to do. So the U.S. should adopt a constitutional amendment to prevent abortion.